Today is going to be one of the craziest days of our life. We are bringing Zeal to Zeal.
Flashlight, 12, we on 30. None, if you ain't about it, hit my line, we can read. Yeah, this ain't no blue face, baby, this is blue flame, baby. I got Holy Spirit living in it, living right.
So 2020 has definitely not been the year that anyone has expected. It's like there's all this crazy stuff going on in 2020, but the foundational crazy thing is there is a worldwide pandemic. Nothing has ever happened like this in history. Therefore, no one has ever dealt with it before. Students these days are already dealing with things completely differently than anyone their age has ever dealt with stuff before. We've seen the skyrocket of suicide, depression, and anxiety in the middle school and high school age, different kinds of stress in their life, a world of social media and internet, endless information accessed at their fingertips. So we're 2 months into the coronavirus pandemic and wondering, what do we do because so many kids are just stuck at home right now? How can we take zeal to them? How can we take love to let them know that they're not forgotten and they are still loved? And so that's what we did. We decided to make a trip and just pack up all kinds of funny goodies. We got candy and toilet paper and all kinds of Zeal merchandise, and we spread the word out. We said, we're coming to your house. If you want us to come, send us your address. We're coming on this day. I have the system open in my laptop. We're ready to go one house at a time, follow the schedule, stay on time. We get all the stuff packed in the back of a van. We put a drum set in there. We get the team ready and we roll.
Yeah, I got ants in my pants, so I dance like I'm crazy. Right, hit the left, now go crazy. One hop, two hop, make it wavy. Jesus, my Lord, yeah, he saved me. Slide it, bust down, riot. Four hands together, I pray when I'm quiet. Two beats to my enemies, you know they stay silent. Throw it.
What size shirts do you wear?
I think it's a medium.
Yeah, medium. So medium. Two medium. The number one thing that we did not prepare for as a team was the emotional difficulty of not being able to give a Zeal handshake or a hug to any of the kids. Each house is different. Each student is different. Each student is special. We get psyched and we roll the song. So many times we heard this song. So we get to one student's house and they got like Whosoever shoes and we're like, shout out to the Whosoevers. We get to another student's house, we give them the gift bag, and then they give one of us that they're close to a gift. So you got all these dynamics going with each individual student's house. So we have officially done 5 houses. We went from St. Pete to Tampa to Tarpon Springs to Clearwater, and now we are completing the circle back into the St. Pete area, and the route is gonna literally take us from the beach all the way to the highest part of 4th Street, and it's gonna start getting really fast paced. We have 32 more stops, and it's gonna be like all within 5 minutes of each other, something like that.
Wristwatch, big flop, homie pull up and I drop top. Yeah, he drip rocks, tick tock, I'm moving big rocks. Hit the dirt, I'm pew, I got it nose to rock, I got it on lock. Yeah.
Everything starts to get like crazy as the day goes on, and like the longer the day goes, the more that it seems impossible to actually accomplish the rest of the houses because we still have so many houses and we have to be back at church by 7. We're trying to go as fast as we can to every individual house. We got a timer keeping us on schedule as much as we can.
Seven. You're 7.
Out of 37 stops. Yep. We have a timer set to make sure that we stay on time. One of our leaders at Zeal who had a appointment to go to the doctors, but before she went to the doctors, they called her and said, you need to come in today, like before lunchtime, and get the Rona test, or you're not going to be able to go to your appointment on Monday. Okay, I think we did 11 stops so far. We cut in half our schedule. We're up like close to the beach. We scooped down to downtown St. Pete. So we're here. We broke the system.
That's where it hides. That's where. Okay.
Ow.
One more time.
No.
That's what we want.
Ow. That hurt.
We're going to keep on going back to it, so just keep praying for us, but we're going to full send it. We should be good.
Full send, babe.
Then we went back into the halfway mark of the schedule, and so we lose that much time, and so we're trying to like catch up with that time just to get back to where we were in the schedule, and where we were in the schedule still was late. So we're like, we have to knock that out, And then we have to knock out some other stuff. So we're trying to go as fast as we can, but we're also being sensitive to the students when we get to the houses to say hey, to show the love, and to pray for them.
Pray for Abigail and for his family. If it's your will, Lord, just right now, in the name of Jesus, to completely heal it, Lord.
I pray that you would give them focus and concentration. That you would keep them safe in the midst of being on the front lines. That you fill them with peace right now.
Lord, I pray that you meet them all exactly where they're at.
Just dive into you and your word, and you fill them with your spirit.
Just during this time of quarantine, Lord, that they just grow closer to each other, Lord. Surrender everything, just spend more time, Lord. She just lights up everyone that she's in front of, God, and I just pray for her help.
One, you told us in your word that if we ask for wisdom, we will get it.
We started getting extra stops because new faces come up. We're like making bags for extra kids because they're there and we just want to give the love. Some kids really showed their response. Which was really special, and some kids didn't show it so much, which is totally makes sense. But it was cool to see the different reactions of the kids, and even the kids that tried to kind of be held back, and then like, you know, like we show them a shirt and then it breaks the laugh, like it brings the laugh out. And that's what we wanted, like so much. We wanted to just break the ice and give them a smile and let them know that we love them. We had a student that had to go to the hospital for something quickly. That you'd bring peace and comfort to the family while they're going through the process of having to go to the hospital and figure this out. Amen. We love you guys. And they turned out to be okay, but we still drop off a thing at their house. Then God starts providing things, like someone gives us a donation of cash, which we end up using later to get dinner right before we come back to church. We get to one house and the mom hooks us up with nice cold bottles of water because we're going nonstop all day, not drinking anything except for coffee.
Good morning. Welcome to Starbucks. What can I get started for you?
You are just so happy, and that makes me like 10,000% happier.
Gosh, you're so happy.
What a fantastic good morning. I mean, you like stretched it out and everything. All right.
I'm not stressed out.
No, stretched it. You stretched the word good morning.
Oh, thank you.
This is fantastic. All right, we have a couple orders. I don't know what they are. What do you want?
Stop by Target, have to run in because everyone has to go to the bathroom because we're just going nonstop. Find a person from church. We're like, hey, we'll show you what we're doing.
All right, Isaiah, do you think I can make this shot?
Yeah. First try.
3 hours later.
First try.
First try!
First try.
You forget all the other tries. I'm starting to get a blister.
Duct
Kino
tape is
hooked
the
me
best
up.
one. It changes the molecular structure of the sticky.
First piece of duct tape on. No blisters. Do a shove it! So because we had to get the Rona test up Erica's brain, we were set back at least a half hour probably. All of these stops has us gauged to get back at the church at 7:10 p.m. and we have to be back in time for the live stream at 7. Now we're back on the regular schedule according to the chart.
That was just another cool thing, is to see how God provided for us as we went about the day, and the schedule changed. New houses got added on, new kids got added on, and we're just going with the flow nonstop. Everything is going crazy. God provides us with what we need during the trip, and he continues to allow the time to slowly get knocked down. And we're like watching it happen as we're going from one house to another. We are now going to stop number 28. So we have officially 10 more stops. We are pushing the limits. 4 o'clock now. We have 2.5 hours to get back to church and 10 more houses to do. The whole scaling of the northeast of St. Petersburg. Full send.
And treat it like a Glock. Point at the op. Point at the demons when they run up on our block. Click scripture when I run clips. Big God. Bible in my hand, treat it like a Glock. Point at the op. Point at the demons when they run up on our block. Click scripture when I run clips. Big God. Bible in my hand, I got it, right? Scripture on lock, it's a casket, right? Big God, wonder who you asking. I ain't never held a gun if you was asking. Yeah, big God, I got Bible verses on the rock. No to rock, I'm on the rock. I'm independent, I'm in the flock, not independent. Big squad, my prayer lifted wristwatch. The time is ticking, TikTok. Please hear my song on your TikTok.
There's too much joy.
All we do
is full send. We just hopped off the interstate into the south side of St. Petersburg. We have literally gone in so many circles, and this is the last house.
We got to the last house, and I realized that it's right next to my childhood best friend. And so I'm trying to call him, and I keep on calling him, and he's not picking up. We stopped by his house. It was so crazy that we were able to finish the last student house and still have time to like really quickly run by and give him another bag and say hey to him. We leave from there. We're bolting back. Perfect timing. We call up the restaurant and we order our food ahead of time. We pick that up. We're running inside and grabbing that quickly on the way out. And then we finally get back to church on time. We realized we didn't have enough supplies for one more bag. Like stopping at my best friend's house was the last bag that we had available. God provided like that throughout the entire trip up until the very end in the right time to get back to church exactly at the time that we needed to make it back.
Overall, an 11-hour trip over 200 miles, 38 stops, and 72 bags that we accomplished today. Completely because God is God. All we do is keep it real, keep it zeal, and full send.
The whole point of what we did was to show kids that they're loved in a tangible way in the midst of the pandemic that had kind of pulled us all apart physically. We want everyone to still see that love is the most important thing ever. The building block of life and relationships is love, and it can still be given in the midst of a worldwide pandemic. And that's what we want everyone to know and believe and continue to carry out. Keep on pressing on and loving people. Especially during these times, we're going to continue to see depression and anxiety, suicide and stress growing in a different way than anyone has ever seen before. Jesus has shown us the most powerful love, giving himself for us so we can receive. Since God has shown us so much love, we now more than ever need to continue to keep it love.